Howdy guys, so this is my review on the 2009 film Inglorious Bastards, directed by Quentin Tarantino. So basically this is a World War II fantasy about what could have happened to Adolf Hitler. A group of our special forces back in that time known as the Bastards was sent in on a secret mission to infiltrate Hitler. The leader of the Bastards is Lieutenant Aldo Raine, played by the great Brad Pitt, of course one of the most overrated actors in Hollywood today. The villain of this film is Colonel Hans Landa, played by Christoph Waltz, and he's also known as the Jew Hunter. Back in 2009, this is what he won an Oscar for, and rightly so. Man, oh man, did this guy hit it out of the park. This man actually proves how evil he is, and he does show it at the beginning of this film. Of course, I'm not going to spoil anything, but yeah, you'll get the idea. Interesting fact about this film is roughly only 30% of the film is spoken in English. The language which dominates the film is either French or German, with a little Italian. Chapter 3 of the film, German Night in Paris, is completely devoid of any English. This is highly unusual for a Hollywood production, if you ask me. One of the main characters that's focused in this movie is a young Jewish woman named Shoshana, who is played by actress Melanie Laurent. And man, oh man, you really feel sympathetic for her when she's being thwarted by the Germans, because she looks like a girl that definitely wants revenge, if you ask me. One great thing about this film is the soundtrack, because it was made to sound like a soundtrack of a film that was made in the 1940s, and that's the brilliant part about this film. In a roundtable discussion with Brad Pitt and Quentin Tarantino said that Tilden Schweiger, being born and raised in Germany, always refused to put on a Nazi uniform for a film role. The only reason he agreed to do this film was because he got to kill Nazis. And I say, he's pretty lucky he got to do that. I have to let you know that this movie is not for the squeamish, because being a Quentin Tarantino film, it actually has a lot of graphic violence in it. But I love how it's actually all done extremely well. That's pretty cool how they did it. Of course, one of my favorite lines in this movie is from Brad Pitt's character, Lieutenant Aldo Raine. He says to one of the Nazi colonels, "Listen here, my friend, you're gonna point out this map to me where your friends are at, or else I'm calling in the Bear Jew. He's gonna take that big bat of yours and he's gonna whack you upside the head with it." It gets me every time. Of course, the Bear Jew is Marcel, played by Jackie Ido. Now, I thought it was pretty good too. Of course, you got the celebrity spy, Bridget von Hammersmark, played by Diane Kruger. You might remember her from such films as National Treasure and Troy, which she also starred in with Brad Pitt. Yes, and she was pretty good. Now, I liked how she worked out in the film. So this film is actually split up into 5 chapters, even though I can't remember the names of all of them. But I love how they're all woven together, how everybody near comes together in the end, and they all work out their plans on how to take down the leader of the Third Reich. So I like how it's all done really well. Much different from any other war film I've seen in the past years. Great dialogue, great realistic visual effects, a great storyline. It had the perfect setting. I will say that Inglorious Bastards, I would give a 9 out of 10. I'll be looking forward to watching it again, and I highly recommend this film. And like I said, it's not exactly for the weak-hearted. Yes, and that's pretty much it. I'll see you all guys on the next review.